2 weeks ago, we knew so little about Lorcana gameplay and everyone was hungry for the next bit of news. Any scraps we could get fueled the next 5 days of discussions on what the term could be and how it works. And then last week came along and a grand total of 29 cards dropped last week, and that's a bit too much to cover all of them. So here's a brief on my top 10 cards from last week that you should definitely check out. Hey everyone, this is D-Sam from Mushi Report, where we cover all things Lorcana. And let's get down to my top 10 picks, starting off with the biggest winner of last week was Sapphire. Having a way to draw cards and even filter through the choices is great for every TCG player, and Develop Your Brain is one action card that you definitely want. It allows you to look at the top 2 cards of your deck, pick out one of them to put into your hand, and take the other to put in the bottom of your deck. This is a great card since it not only gives you that one card draw, even helps you put away one card that you may not want to draw into the bottom of the deck, which further increases your chance of drawing something you need after that. Add on to the fact that it has the low cost of just 1 ink, and you know that this card is gonna be a must for every Sapphire deck. Sapphire also has Coconut Basket, which if you ignore that very basic name might end up to be one of the craziest item cards. After you play the card, it just stays on the board, healing 2 damage from any character of your choice whenever you play another character for free healing with no extra cost. Whenever you play a character, meaning it's not even limited to once per turn, and you can even just keep on healing up that Maurice, which you hopefully already have on the field, to play Coconut Basket for free and get a card draw of it. These 2 cards together are really good, and I expect to see Sapphire item decks become a very strong contender. However, you might say, but Mushu, Maurice is 6 ink, and it's gonna take a while until I can even bring up Maurice. To that, my friends, I present to you Mickey Mouse Detective. Just by playing this 3 ink character, Mickey Mouse Detective places a card from your deck into your inkwell, giving you 1 extra ink to use in the following turn. His ability is simple and is really good, and all I have to say is, who needs a true friend when you have a detective by your side? And as if Mickey Mouse Detective was not enough, Sapphire also got 1 jump ahead, a 2 ink song card which you can even play for free just by exerting a character that is 2 ink or more to get the exact same ability as Mickey Mouse Detective and add on another ink to the inkwell. I featured these 2 cards in my demo game video, which you can check out linked here, and I have to say that getting a 6 ink character out while your opponent is still in 3 ink is frankly insane. To top it all off, Sapphire also got Let It Go, the second removal card we got that takes out any character your opponent can throw at you after Dragonfire. Its ability may not feel as good as Dragonfire since it put the characters into the inkwell, meaning your opponent will get 1 more ink to play with, but Let It Go is a song card, meaning you can actually play this card at 0 cost if you exit a 5 cost or higher character. So unlike Dragonfire, where your plays for that turn are limited by the amount of ink you have left, Let It Go still lets you play a high cost character in the same turn, and considering the options Sapphire has to ink ramp quickly, getting a 5 cost character to play for that cost is not really that difficult at all. In addition, Let It Go sends the character into the inkwell, meaning the opponent cannot take it back from the discard pile by cards like this new Hades Lord of the Underworld. All these cards combined make it no surprise that Sapphire is one of the top picks at the moment for many players who want to use it as an engine to work with the other inks. And if you're enjoying this video, a sub to the channel would be so fire. See why I did that, Sapphire? Moving on from Sapphire, Steel also got a pretty good combo through Fire the Cannons and another version of Captain Hook. Fire the Cannons is a 1 ink card that deals 2 damage to any character of your choice, and it's a pretty simple ability that will give you the advantage in the early game with its low ink cost. It is however made a lot better with the help of Captain Hook, Captain of the Jolly Roger, which adds Fire the Cannons from your discard back to hand when he is played. Card advantage is important in every TCG, and this Captain Hook letting you retrieve a useful card from your discard is really good. Many of the high cost characters at the moment do not have a lot of willpower, so a combo like Fire the Cannons and this Captain Hook, which lets you take out 6 cost characters like Tigger for example, since he can't be challenged with his evasive ability, is actually a really wonderful thing. And then Ember also got a few cards last week, but one of my top picks, which might come as a surprise to some of you, is a common card. Hey Hey Boat Snack. Hey Hey gives us the support keyword, which he adds his strength to any character of your choice whenever he quests. Now at first glance, that ability doesn't seem like much since Hey Hey only has 1 strength. However, that 1 extra strength can often mean leaving a character on the board or getting rid of it outright. especially in the early to mid game. Basically, think of Hei as being able to give Challenger 1 to any character he chooses, which is a really good thing. And if there are any abilities to increase strength in the future, Hei can give even more strength to your other characters, making him a really useful card in my book. The other Ember card which has the community all buzz is of course Moana of Motunui. Moana is only 5 cost but has 3 lore, which is already pretty good. However, her ability even lets you ready all your other princess characters whenever she quests, with the caveat that they will not be able to quest for the rest of the turn. This ability combined with Mulan makes this a combo that can potentially end games. Mulan gives all your other characters +1 additional lore if she challenges and banishes a character. So how the combo plays out is you have Mulan and Moana on the board with a bunch of other characters. You first get Mulan to challenge and banish a character to give everyone +1 lore. Then you use Moana to quest, which now she already has 4 lore. Then you ready Mulan with her ability to challenge and banish another character to give everyone else another lore. Then all your other characters adding on their original possibly 1 lore will give you a total of 3 lore each. So if you have 2 other characters on the board, you gain 4 lore from Moana, then another 3 each from the other 2 characters for a total of 10 lore, which is already half the amount you need to win the game. There are a couple of issues with pulling off this combo easily though. For a start, there's no surprise element at the moment to the combo, since all characters have to wait at least 1 turn to exert to be able to quest or challenge. And once your opponent sees those characters on the board, they will definitely use their following turn to get rid of your characters to break the combo with cards like Dragonfire or Let It Go. Furthermore, your opponent needs to have at least 2 characters on the board which are exerted for you to challenge and have a low enough willpower for Mulan to challenge and banish. So if your opponent only has characters with high willpower or not enough exerted characters for Mulan to challenge, then this combo will not work out. The combo will work better if either Amber or Ruby gets a card like White Rabbit's Pocket Watch that can give Rush. That way you can first have Moana on the field with your other characters, then play Mulan and give her Rush so that she can challenge on the very same turn, giving you the element of surprise. So there are a few issues with this combo to play out at the moment in my opinion, but it is possible that Amber or Ruby gets more cards that lets you play out this combo more easily. So I would still look out for this combo play for sure. Last but not least of my 10 card picks, I have what I think could be one of the strongest cards that got shown last week, which is the Ruby Ing Aladdin Heroic Outlaw. Aladdin has a really strong ability where when he challenges and banishes another character, you gain 2 lore and each opponent loses 2 lore. In normal games alone, there's a net gain of 4 lore, but this gets even crazier though with multiplayer games, something that's directly mentioned in the quick start guide. In a game of 4 players, Aladdin will reduce 2 lore each from all your opponents, slowing down everyone while bringing you that much closer to victory. What's even better is that Aladdin is a Floodborn with the Shift ability, which as confirmed by Ravensburger, a Shift character that was played on top of another same name character will maintain its state from the previous character. That means damage and most importantly, whether it is able to challenge or quest. So all you need to do is play, for example, Aladdin Prince Ali on this turn, a character which conveniently also has ward to protect itself from abilities. Then on the next turn when Prince Ali is able to exert, you play Aladdin Heroic Outlaw on top of Prince Ali, and he's able to challenge your opponent's characters right away to pull off his ability, giving you the element of surprise to pull off this play on your opponent instantly. That bit of info on how Shift works is covered on my Mushu Report news site, so go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. So that's about it for my top 10 card picks. If you want to see all the 29 cards we got last week, or in fact all the cards we know so far, the cards are all on the Mushu Report wiki for easy access by everyone. By the way, I'm expecting to get more news from the game demonstrations held by Ravensburger during the Gala TCG Expo this weekend or Gamma Expo next Monday and Tuesday. So make sure you stay tuned to Mushu Report for that, especially on the Mushu Report news site where I'll get the news up right away once we get anything. And that's it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. This is D7 from Mushu Report, signing out.